Hi everybody, this is Ann. Jim and I videotaped a construction project where I painted chickadees on the sample piece. I asked if anyone was interested in a painting tutorial to demonstrate how I painted them, and the answer was an overwhelming yes. So in this video, you can follow along with me as we paint cute little chickadees. If you didn't see the original construction video, I created a square box which is the perfect canvas for the birds. To paint them, I'll be using a variety of Amico velvet underglazes. And if you're interested in making this box to paint on, check out the link to the video above. For painting very fine and accurate lines, my preferred brushes are Winstonia fingernail detailing brushes. For a wider brush stroke, I like the Beauty Galleria brushes. If you're intimidated to draw, no worries, I drew them for you. There's a link below for you to print them out. First, I need to transfer the drawing to the clay. I turn over the drawing and using a number 2 pencil, blacken the back with the graphite. I then position the drawing onto the bone-dry clay and using a ballpoint pen, I traced heavily over all the lines. I remove the template to reveal the design. Around the bird, I'm completing the design with a simple swirl and leaf pattern. For time's sake, I transferred the birds, then completed the swirl and leaf pattern on all the other sides of the box. Let's create our color palette. On the cool side, I love the baby blue. I'll also use a touch of the electric blue. Then I'll add the blush. To really warm things up, I like the bright red. I also like the intense yellow. I'll also need the black underglaze. I'm going to start painting the leaves first, so I need to mix a green. I want a neutral gray green, so I pull a little intense yellow to the middle. I'm mixing baby blue into that. The baby blue has a cool white tint in it so that it'll really tone down that yellow. Using my flat brush, I filled in all the leaves. Now I'll mix a dab of the electric blue into the gray-green to create a dark blue-green. I'm just laying that color at the tip of each leaf towards the stem. To layer it even more, I'm dipping the brush straight into the electric blue and touching that to the very bottom of the last color. Now it's time to brighten them up. I dip my brush in the yellow and touch it to the tip of the leaf. When the outline is placed around the layered colors, our eye will mix them so they appear like a vibrant green. For the chickadee, I like to paint light colors first, so I'll apply the baby blue on the shadowed areas and as a grayish base color under the darkest areas around the head and tail. For a full color painting, you want a balance of the primary colors blue, red, and yellow. Now I have the blue down, and to represent the reds, I'll lay in a bit of blush to the cheek area, under his chin, and to highlight his back. Now on the yellow side of the color wheel, I'll mix an orange using the yellow and a splash of the red. I'm applying this orange color very lightly as a highlight over the pink on the back and just a highlight over the pink under his chin. For a pop of warmth, I'm adding a light touch of the bright red to his cheek. I'm going to switch to the fine line brush now for more controlled application. First I painted the cap on the chickadee by painting the black darker along the outline areas first. I want a graded look where the middle of the cap is lighter than the border, so I watered down the brush, then lightly went over the middle section until the outline in the middle section blended. Below his chin, I'm painting several layers so it's a solid black, along with the bottom section of his beak. I'm also outlining the tail and adding some lines for the tail feathers. If your lines go askew or drip, you can use a fine line diamond core carving tool to clean up the lines and add more detail. For the feet, again I'm adding some baby blue, which will appear like gray shadows. Another tip is if you need to soften the edges or colors a bit, just wet your brush and brush them over the colors to blend them. Now I need to outline the bird. The detailer brush is perfect for getting all those tiny lines. I went ahead and outlined the branch that he was sitting on. Then I used the orange to paint the branch with just touches of baby blue to turn the branch visually more brown. I painted the rest of the branches this way. I filled in the little dots at the end of the swirls with the red. I used the black to paint a center vein in all the leaves. Then I outlined the rest of the design elements with the black. Finally, I add some tiny horizontal lines up and down all the branches. A little extra detail makes a big difference. Even a few dots on the bird can highlight him and add some depth. I'm using that ball tool to carve out little highlights in the bird's eyes to make him come to life. On the next bird, I'm repeating those steps, starting with the blue and the blush as the base, then working the warmer colors to balance my color palette. I added the blacker areas on the cap and under the chin. I added lines and dots for details and used a fine line carver to create white lines and an eye highlight. Again, I'm adding just a little red to the cheek for a splash of color. It's the same technique on the rest of the birds. Notice that I applied the black outlines first to the other three sides. I did this as a time saver for the video. I usually like to outline last because the baby blue will dry and cover over the outlines, so I end up just having to reapply them anyway, but it was only a few places that I needed touching up. To decorate my lid, I outlined the top and penciled in a few swirls and leaves. Now here's how our chickadee design is shaping up so far. And here's the finished box. I brushed a white liner glaze around all the illustrations and seafoam glaze to the borders. I fired it to cone 5 with an 8-minute hold. thanks to the newest members of our Little Street Pottery Research Facility team. If you'd like to join the team and earn a title, click on the Super Thanks button or the link to buy me a coffee. In any case, we invite you to subscribe to our channel, and we'll see you next time in the studio.